In this lesson, I'll teach you the only 20 Italian phrases that you need to book a table, ask about ingredients or food allergies, order like a local and not like a tourist, ask for the bill and even tip the Italian way, all without needing to memorize any grammar. I've even included a real-world dialogue so you can practice speaking right here, right now with me before your trip. As always, we're going to use my 80-20 method approach to learning Italian. That means we'll focus on the top 20% of vocabulary that you'll need 80% of the time, so you won't waste any time or effort learning stuff you don't need and won't use. And don't worry about taking notes, I've done all the hard work for you. To help you to practice everything you're about to learn here today, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which includes all the vocabulary and examples. Plus, it also includes a bonus vocabulary list with pronunciation guides. Just click on the link in the description box below this video to get your free copy. Pronti? Are you ready? Iniziamo! Let's get started. Ciao, I'm Michelle. That's Michelle with one L. I was born in Australia and my Italian dad named me after my nonno, Michele. But I didn't speak a word of Italian growing up. I learned it as an adult, and now I help thousands of students like you do the same using my unique 80-20 method. So if you want to learn Italian, or perhaps connect with your Italian heritage, or just have more authentic travel experiences in Italy, you're in the right place. Let's get into today's lesson. Let's start by learning how to book a table in a restaurant in Italian. Now, when you're looking to dine in popular restaurants, it's always a good idea to book a table in advance. You can do this by either walking in or calling ahead. Here's how you can make a reservation in Italian.
Salve! Vorrei prenotare un tavolo per 2 persone per domani sera.
Hi, I would like to book a table for 2 for tomorrow night. The waiter will ask,
Certo, per che ora?
Sure, what time? And you can easily respond with per, meaning at, plus the time. For example, you can say,
Per le 8.
At 8. Now, the 12-hour format is the standard for casual conversations in Italian, and since the reservation is for domani sera, tomorrow night, it's clear when you're referring to. That said, Italians also use the 24-hour format, which is more formal and commonly used in professional contexts, and with timetables and travel schedules. If you're not sure about how to tell the time in Italian and want to brush up on your numbers, make sure you watch my video lesson right here. Now, if you have any preferences about where you'd like to sit, here's what you can ask.
Posso avere un tavolo fuori, vicino alla finestra?
Can I have a table outside, by the window? Moving on to how to order food in Italian, starting with arriving at the restaurant. Your Italian dining adventure starts the moment you step through the door. If you have a reservation, simply say,
Buonasera, ho prenotato a nome.
Good evening, I have a reservation under the name. This is easy and polite. The host will check the list and respond with something like,
Prego, seguitemi.
Please, follow me. If you're feeling spontaneous and walk in without a reservation, greet the host with,
Buonasera, siamo in 2. Avete un tavolo?
Good evening, there are 2 of us. Is there a table available? You can adjust this number depending on your group size. For example, you can say,
Siamo in 3.
There are 3 of us.
Sono solo io.
It's only me. The staff will likely respond with,
Prego, accomodatevi.
Please, have a seat. However, if they're busy, they might inform you of a wait time with the phrase,
C'è da aspettare un quarto d'ora.
There's a 15-minute wait. Or,
Ho posto solo tra un'ora.
I only have space in an hour. Here's a tip. When speaking to waitstaff, always use the formal you, as in lei, for politeness, unless the server is much younger than you, in which case you can use the informal tu, which is generally acceptable and can feel more relaxed. Speaking of which, if you'd like to learn how to use the formal you in Italian, make sure you watch my video lesson right here. Moving on to step 2, browsing the menu. Now that you've been seated, it's time to explore the menu. Italian menus are usually divided into distinct sections. We have
Antipasti,
starters,
primi,
first courses like pasta or rice,
secondi,
second courses like meat or fish, and
dolci,
desserts. You'll also find a section called
contorni,
side dishes, which includes things like salads, vegetables, or fries. These are listed separately because primi and secondi are typically served on their own without side dishes. So if you like vegetables or a salad, you'll need to order them from the contorni section. Now, if you're unsure about what something is, don't hesitate to ask the waiter for a little clarification, in which case you can ask,
Che cos'è il lampredotto?
what is the lampredotto? If there's a dish you've heard great things about, but it doesn't seem to be on the menu, try asking,
Avete il baccalà?
do you have this salted codfish? And if you're not sure what to order, Italian waiters are usually more than happy to help you choose the best dishes, in which case, just ask,
Cosa ci consiglia?
what do you recommend? And if you want something more typical, you can ask,
Qual è la specialità della casa?
what's the house specialty? Here's a tip. In many restaurants, as soon as you sit down, the waiter will bring you the menu and ask,
Porto qualcosa da bere intanto?
shall I bring you something to drink in the meantime? Or they might say,
Acqua liscia o gassata?
still or sparkling water. You can respond simply with,
Acqua gassata, grazie.
sparkling water please.
Un bicchiere di vino rosso, per favore.
A glass of red wine please.
Ancora niente, grazie.
Nothing for now, thank you. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to in the description below this video. Moving on to step 3, inquiring about specific dietary requirements. These days, many restaurants are better at accommodating different dietary needs. You'll often find menus with symbols indicating
Opzioni vegetariane,
vegetarian options,
vegane,
vegan, or
senza glutine,
gluten-free, as well as information about
allergeni.
allergens. However, if you have specific intolerances or follow a strict diet, it's best to double check with the staff, especially in smaller traditional spots where menus might not be as up to date. Here are a few phrases to help you ask with confidence.
Avete piatti vegetariani?
Do you have vegetarian dishes? You can also say
Vegani,
vegan,
senza glutine.
gluten-free, depending on your dietary needs.
Sono intollerante al lattosio.
I'm lactose intolerant. You can use this phrase for any intolerance by changing lattosio with anything else you're intolerant to. Another phrase you can use is,
Questo piatto contiene peperoncino?
does this dish contain chili pepper? This is for when you're unsure about a dish's ingredients and want to make sure it's safe for you to eat. To make it easier for you to communicate your needs, here's a quick reference list of common dietary terms in Italian. Vegan,
Vegano, vegana,
vegetarian,
vegetariano, vegetariana,
pescatarian,
pescetariano, pescetariana,
celiac,
celiaco, celiaca,
allergic to,
allergico, allergica a,
intolerant to,
intollerante a,
I can't eat,
non posso mangiare,
lactose,
il lattosio,
gluten,
il glutine,
dairy,
i latticini,
milk,
il latte,
soy,
la soia,
nuts,
le noci,
peanuts,
le arachidi,
eggs,
le uova,
crustaceans,
i crostacei,
fish,
il pesce,
pork,
il maiale,
red meat.
la carne rossa.
Here's a tip. If you want to order a dish without a specific ingredient, the magic word to remember is senza, without. For example, you can say,
Per me un'insalata senza acciughe. Grazie.
for me, a salad without anchovies, thank you. The next step is ordering your food. The menu has been studied, questions have been asked, and your stomach is probably starting to rumble. At this point, the waiter will approach your table and ask,
Siete pronti per ordinare?
are you ready to order? If you're still deciding and need more time, you can just say,
Non abbiamo ancora deciso. 5 minuti, per favore.
we haven't decided yet. 5 more minutes, please. When you're ready to order, the easiest way to do this is with the structure per me, for me, plus the dish. For example,
Per me una carbonara e i saltimbocca alla romana, per favore.
for me, a carbonara and the Roman-style veal rolls, please. If you're dining solo, another simple structure is prendo, I'll have, plus the dish. Take a look at this example.
Prendo un risotto ai funghi, per favore.
I'll have a mushroom risotto, please. The waiter might ask if you want to add something to your meal, like a starter or a side dish, by saying,
Volete qualche antipasto?
would you like a starter? Or,
Desiderate un contorno?
would you like a side dish? You can respond with something simple, depending on what you prefer. You can say,
Sì, volentieri.
yes, gladly.
No, grazie.
No, thank you. If you're not sure about what to have for the main course and you want to see how hungry you feel after the first course, you can say,
Per il secondo vediamo dopo.
we'll see about the second course later. And if you suddenly remember that you'd like to add something, just say,
Posso avere anche un'insalata, per favore?
can I also have a salad, please? Here's a tip. In some restaurants, you may find special menus like
Il menù turistico.
the tourist menu or
Il menù a prezzo fisso.
a set price menu, which are typically available at lunchtime. These can often be pleasant surprises, offering great value for money and a chance to sample a full Italian meal at a reasonable price. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which you can find a link to in the description box below this video. Now let's move on to ordering drinks. Now that your food order is sorted, it's time to choose something to drink. At this stage, the waiter will usually ask,
Da bere, cosa vi porto?
what can I bring you to drink? If you're going for something basic, just say,
Solo una bottiglia di acqua naturale. Grazie.
just a bottle of still water, thank you. You can easily replace
Una bottiglia di acqua.
with something else, like
Una Coca-Cola.
a Coke,
Una birra.
a beer, and so on. Additionally, it's important to know that in Italian restaurants, water is almost always bottled. You might occasionally be offered filtered water, but you'd still be expected to pay for it. On the other hand, if you'd like some help choosing the right wine to match with your meal, you can ask,
Che vino ci consiglia?
which wine do you recommend for us? For solo diners, just change that indirect object pronoun, ci, meaning to us, to me, meaning to me, in which case the phrase would be,
Che vino mi consiglia?
which wine do you recommend for me? Literally, to me. Now, to learn more about how and when to use all Italian pronouns, make sure you watch my video lesson right here. Here's a tip. In many places, especially the more casual or traditional restaurants, the vino della casa, house wine, is a perfectly good choice. Affordable, local, and surprisingly good. If you want to try it, you can ask,
Avete vino della casa?
Do you have a house wine? It's usually served in small carafes and you can order
Un quartino,
a quarter litre,
mezzo litro,
half a litre,
un litro.
1 litre. Let's move on to what happens during your meal. Your order's in, your drink is poured, and now the moment you've been waiting for. Your food arrives! Hooray! Now the waiter will likely set your dishes down with a cheerful
Buon appetito!
enjoy your meal. If you need to ask for anything while you're eating, maybe for another bottle of wine or some more bread to do that scarpetta, i.e. mopping up your plate and all the sauce with the bread, the verb potere, meaning can or to be able to, will come in handy, in which case you can say
Possiamo avere olio e aceto, per favore?
Can we have oil and vinegar, please? Need to find the bathroom mid-meal? Make sure you check out my lesson on how to ask for the bathroom in Italian and for essential phrases and a few tips about Italian toilet etiquette. To do that, click on this lesson right here. Moving on, finishing your meal. Now, once your dishes are empty, the waiter will come by to check in and ask,
Tutto bene? Posso portare via?
Was everything okay? Can I clear the plates? A polite and positive way to respond to this is with
Tutto buonissimo. Grazie.
Everything was delicious, thank you. After that, they might ask,
Gradite qualcos'altro?
Would you like anything else? Or they might ask,
Vi porto la carta dei dolci?
Shall I bring you the dessert menu? Now, if you still have room for something sweet or fancy rounding off your meal with a classic espresso, you can use this phrase.
Vorremmo 2 caffè e un tiramisù, per favore.
We would like 2 coffees and 1 tiramisu, please. Here are some other variations you might want to use.
Un caffè e un limoncello.
A coffee and a limoncello.
Solo un caffè. Grazie.
Just an espresso, thank you.
No, siamo a posto così. Grazie.
No, we're fine like this, thank you. Now, of course, you may want to do as the locals do and go for a passeggiata, a walk, and get a gelato, in which case, to learn how to order gelato in Italian and all the phrases that you'll need, make sure you watch my video lesson right here. Attenzione, never order a cappuccino after a meal. In Italy, a cappuccino is strictly a morning beverage, usually enjoyed with a pastry for breakfast. It's one of the most important Italian customs to know if you want to blend in and feel like a local. To learn more about Italian customs and the top 48 things that you should never do in Italy, make sure you watch my guide right here. Now, at the end of the meal, the waiter might offer you a small complimentary digestive by saying,
Posso offrirvi un digestivo?
Can I offer you a digestive? This can also happen while you're paying at the cash register, which is called la cassa. Sometimes the owner will offer you a small digestivo while casually chatting to you about your experience. A digestivo is an after-meal drink that is meant to help you digest your food, ranging from the classic limoncello to a variety of herbal liqueurs. If you like something a little strong after your meal, go for it. It might be a delicious discovery. Moving on to paying. Now, in Italy, waiters won't bring you the bill unless you ask for it, because it's considered impolite, as if they're rushing you. Because in Italian culture, it's all about enjoying your meal at your own pace, without being pushed out the door. When you're ready to pay, just get the waiter's attention with a little wave or polite eye contact and say,
Posso avere il conto, per favore?
Can I have the bill, please? They'll either bring it over to you or say,
Può pagare alla cassa.
You can pay at the cashier, which means that you'll need to go to the cash register to settle the bill. Now, if you're dining with friends and everyone wants to pay their own way, you can ask,
È possibile fare conti separati?
Is it possible to have separate bills? However, many Italian restaurants don't do this, especially casual spots or when they're very busy. Some might even have a little sign up that says,
Non si fanno conti separati.
We don't do separate bills. When this happens, an alternative could be splitting the total evenly among your group. In Italian, this is called
Pagare alla romana.
to pay Roman style, and you can ask the cashier,
Possiamo dividere il conto per 3?
can we divide the bill by 3? Just ask the number based on the group size. Here's a tip. Would you like to leave a small tip? Italians usually say,
Tenga il resto.
keep the change. If you're unsure whether it's appropriate to leave a tip and how the tipping culture works in Italy, make sure you check out my guide, which I've linked to in the description below. If you're enjoying this lesson, make sure that you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which includes all the vocabulary, examples, and bonus vocabulary list. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. Now let's apply everything you've learned so far today in a real-life conversation at an Italian restaurant. Here's how it works. Listen to the dialogue for both parts. Pay particular attention to person A, that's you, who's placing your order. Then repeat what they have said in Italian. Are you ready? Pronti? Iniziamo. Let's get started.
Buonasera. Avete prenotato? Buonasera. Sì, ho prenotato a nome Smith. Certo, ecco il tavolo. Intanto vi porto dell'acqua? Liscia o gassata? Sì, dell'acqua gassata, per favore. Ecco l'acqua. Torno tra poco per le ordinazioni. Poco dopo. Siete pronti per ordinare? Sì, per me gli gnocchi alla romana. Per mia figlia una pizza capricciosa senza olive. E mio marito prende le scaloppine. Perfetto. Vuole un contorno con le scaloppine? Sì, un'insalata, grazie. Da bere cosa vi porto? Un'altra bottiglia di acqua gasata e mezzo litro di vino rosso della casa. Poco dopo. Andava tutto bene? Benissimo, grazie. Possiamo avere 2 caffè, per favore? Desiderate un dolce? No, siamo a posto così. Solo il conto, per favore. Potete pagare alla cassa. Perfetto, grazie. Poco dopo. Sono 57 €. Posso offrirvi qualcosa? Un bel digestivo? Sì, grazie. Un digestivo è perfetto. Ecco, tenga il resto.
How did you go? Did you enjoy that speaking practice session? To continue your learning and to help you practice, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which you'll find a link to in the description box below this video. Before you visit Italy, make sure you brush up on your Italian skills with my travel-focused online video courses that use my unique 80-20 method. You'll be able to interact with the locals and avoid being treated like a tourist. For more details, visit intrepiditalian.com or click on the link in the description below this video. And if you enjoyed this lesson, don't miss my lesson on how to order gelato in Italian. And you can do that by watching this video lesson right here. And if you want to know the top 10 must-know phrases in Italian for any type of emergency, you can watch this lesson right here. As always, both include free PDF cheat sheets that you can take with you. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications so you get an alert when I post more video lessons like this one. Until then, un abbraccio. Ciao!